today's episode, we are going to learn how to screen record using the Recordings app to learn about the Anchor app. So, if you don't know the Anchor app, it's one of the easiest and coolest way to record your podcast wherever you are. Wherever you are, all you need is a phone, laptop, and internet. A phone, a laptop, an iPad, and internet. So you need one of these gadgets and internet, and you're good to go. So before I get into it, I'm using the Record It app to do my recording and screen recording today. Today we're going to just do a brief recording into the Anchor app. So let's get to it. Okay, so you see it's still recording. I'm going to remove this ad. Okay, so now let's go to it. So I'm hitting my home button. Now I'm going to look for my Anchor app. So I use Anchor to record my podcast, and it's available everywhere. So Anchor is Spotify. Spotify owns Anchor. So now how it works now is if you subscribe to use Anchor, all you need to do is just do anchor.com and subscribe to it. This is free ad for Anchor, I know. Okay, so I'm going to launch my Anchor app now. While we wait, the good thing about using Anchor to record your podcast is that you get to have your podcast broadcasted on various platforms. And one of these platforms, some of these platforms are Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast. There's just a lot of that. So imagine, and it's free of charge. Free of charge. The best part is that you get paid while using the app. You get paid. You get paid when people listen to your podcast. When you get a number of hits, you get paid. Okay, so you can see my play now. Okay, so this is one of my plays. That's not what we are looking for. So today's episode, what we're going to do now is, as I scroll to my right, it hits on audience. Now it shows me a brief of all my audience. This is another day's theory. Today, what we are going to do is to navigate it. So we've launched it on the analytics button. On my analytics button below bottom left corner, it shows me the individual countries, the geographical locations where my podcast has been listened to. If I scroll to my left, it gives me an overview of the number of plays of my recent podcast. Okay. Now, when we go to tools is where all the ish happens. And now, Anchor they keep upgrading the app. Now, the good thing, as you can see on top here, is Q&A automatically added to new episodes on Spotify. How cool is that? So what you can do now is once you record your podcasts, Q&A questions and answers will be automatically added to new episodes on Spotify. So all you need to do is ask your fans a question to get private feedback about your episode. And Anchor is saying that they've added a default question. You can remove it or write your own. So we'll go into that later. So by way of showing you how the tools work, there is an existing recording here. I was teaching people how to record their first podcast, so that's what we have here. So if I hit on the details button, it gives me an insight of what it's all about. This is a draft, so it's saved in draft. It's not published yet, hence the publish icon the publish icon is late. Excuse me. So what we're going to do now is, when we go to the community bit, you see ask question. You see the Spotify poll. You can create your own poll here. Now we go back to the same I don't want to publish it yet because it's not ready. We have to listen to it and do some edits, which we're going to do later. Now we hit on the tools button again, and this is where all the cooking happens. So this is where all the podcast recordings happen. So as we scroll to our left, the farthest point, you see voice message, where you can share voice message via link to your fans, to your listeners. You can ask them something, you can mention a thing or two in your podcast and share this unique link. Okay, so moving on, the next button. So the beauty about using Anchor is that it enables you, because Spotify owns Anchor. The beauty in using Anchor as your podcast platform is that it gives you the ability to incorporate music. Of course, the music will be in short seconds and it's only in certain locations. I'm sorry, if you're outside the specified geographic locations, you won't be able to enjoy adding music to your podcast. So by way of further explaining, you can create your own playlists and your favorite songs, So this is an example. Your Spotify mix. This is an example of most of the music that I listen on Spotify has been displayed here. So I can incorporate these. These are my playlists on Spotify. I can incorporate some of this into my podcast or create a new playlist here on my podcast and share. How cool is that, right? Okay. How cool is that, right? So you can do this all in one setting on your phone, PC, tablet, wherever you are. All you need is internet and access, of course. So you have to go to anchor.com, subscribe for free, create your account rather for free, and that's where it starts from. Internet, phone, create your account, and you're good to go. The next magic button is the red one, which says record. So here, the moment you see the arrow that points on the record, it says tap here to start recording. The moment you tap, you start saying all you want to say to all the people out there. And then it starts recording. On top of it, there's a tip. It says, while recording, you can add flags to remind yourself later of parts you want to edit. And this is so cool. Imagine me talking so much right now, and I I do this. I try to clear my throat. To speak clearer, I realize I don't want this to be part of it. What do? I hit the flag to remind me that I have to edit it later. Of course, there's a longer route of you listening to the entire audio, the entire duration of the audio, and then putting the flags individually. But the tip here, the shortcuts that by way of Anchor's consistent upgrade, you add flags as you record. Cool, right? Another thing is you get to invite your friends to join. So all you need to do is hit on the invite friends. We'll try that later on in another episode, and then we'll see how it's to be done. Okay, so the next button next to the next magic button next to the record to your right, the purple button is the library. So what does the library house? The library houses every recording, every podcast audio recording you have ever done on your Anchor account, provided you have not deleted it. So the library automatically saves it for you. So all of these recordings were done since I signed up to Anchor, since I created an account. As in when I want to pick any of them and edit, produce, and publish, I just go through them and do it accordingly and publish for you to listen and critique and criticize. Okay, so whatever I'm doing now too, because I'm not recording anything now, if I should record something, it will automatically down save in the library unless I delete it. Cool, right? So the next thing we're going to look at is the last thing on your right, to the right of the library, which is interlude. Interlude. What does interlude do? What does it do for us? Interlude, just like the word interlude, it gives us soothing sounds. If you are into breaks, if you are into cools, however, but it's in short seconds where you can break your podcast and give your audience a sense of breather in a music form. If you get me. So let me play one interlude for you. So I love this interlude. It's a bit of pulsing, energetic, but it relaxes the user too. It relaxes the audience too. Okay, so we are done with the tool section. Now we're going to go to the next button. So the next icon, which is your podcast. It has a human head. I hit on it, and what do I see? I see everything I have done so far. So all that you do, your episodes, your money section, your total plays, your ad, you see the plays per episode. So let me, as I scroll down, you see all the episodes that I have done so far. Okay, so there is something. See where you see the money? It's a catch. It's a good catch. So there's an icon with a dollar sign on each of the episodes, each of the artwork of the episode, some of them. So this means that this episode is monetized. Take Kitchen Saga with David as an example with a green logo. It is monetized. Whoever plays it, I get some money. Whoever listens it helps me get some money. Okay, so when we go to the money side, we see how much you can get. Unfortunately, so it's not showing here now because the money is only available in US. That is the sad side of using Anchor. I know you have to be in the US to be able to enjoy the benefits in terms of money. Anchor, hurry and spread across the world. All right, the world is waiting on you. Just hurry and spread. So with ambassador ads, another way you can get money is having ambassador ads. You can tell your audience what you love about Anchor and get paid when they listen. So like how I'm currently parading and advertising for Anchor here. I can tell my audience to listen to it and I get paid for it when they listen. Okay. So that's about it for now. A little brief walkthrough of the Anchor app. If you haven't yet downloaded the Anchor app, why are you waiting? Why wait? Just go to Google Play Store, App Store, and download the Anchor app. Register your account, and then just start talking. Talk as much as you want. If it's singing you want to sing, do it as much as you want. And just publish, edit, publish, and enjoy the benefits. Remember, if you are in the US of A, you get to enjoy the benefits in monetary value too. If not, all you get to do is bragging rights and hey, get your word message across the globe. See, let's go back to the analytics and look at the audience. So there's a huge number of countries, a lot of countries listening in across the world. You sit in your one corner in your room or wherever you are, speak as much as you want to speak, publish it, edit, publish it, and it goes across the world while you are in your one corner. So big ups to Anchor for doing this, and